Hello everybody, this is Catholic Dad, episode number 308, Run Towards the Gunfire. The last couple of videos I've been essentially talking about how culture in general, but the church is embracing mercy over justice, meaning that they've been shifting the paradigm towards the feminine influence in society and away from the male influence in society. And I don't think anybody worth their weight in IQ points would argue that this isn't true. We're becoming hyper feminized, very effeminized, right? We're attached to pleasure. We don't like doing hard, difficult things anymore. And really, it's taking away the importance of male in society. Like a virtuous man is a really powerful, priceless thing, really, particularly when he's strong and capable and he can accomplish many great things. But as we push men out of society and we kind of slant the cultural push both inside and outside of the church towards strengthening women, and we're forgetting men, we're actually hurting everybody, because men are pretty important to the family dynamic, pretty important as fathers and husbands, providers, protectors, and spiritual leaders of the family. That's what they are. And so and I hear it all the time, by the way, when guys are talking about it, and guys talk about it when women are pretty much not around. And sometimes when good women are around, virtuous women are around, men will talk about it as well, that society's down on men. It's kind of quiet boys. It's trying to quiet down boys, make them into girls, hyper feminize them, and make them very effeminate. A lot of people don't talk about this in mixed company. And the guys kind of complain about it, actually. I can't believe what's happening to society. What do we do? Oh, this is horrible, blah, blah, blah. Well, what do? Well, you become true, genuine men, right? You become leaders. You run towards the gunfire, right? Because when you're in a mall and you hear gunfire, pop, 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 means your culture's in danger, right? What do? Do you run away from the difficulty within your culture, or are you, as a leader, as a true, genuine man, are you the one that's going to run towards the gunfire and be the providers and the protectors and the spiritual leaders of the family? I mean, if you are that, then you're going to run toward the hard and difficult, essentially running towards the gunfire, running towards the difficulty, running towards the suffering, running towards the cross. I guess as another video for men out there, you don't need permission to be true, genuine leaders, because true, genuine leaders don't ask for permission. They actually lead and people follow. If you ask for permission to be a true, genuine leader, then you're not a true, genuine leader. You're a follower anyway, just asking for permission from the true, genuine leaders. So if you're a true, genuine leader, if you have authentic leadership and you're packed with virtue, and you hear this message and you realize that society is heavily slanted against the man these days and heavily slanted towards the female these days, and this is bad for culture. And it's not saying it's not good to empower women. I don't believe that at all, not for 1 second. But it is bad to disenfranchise males, essentially, like kind of push them out of the equation and make them no longer necessary, because in the raising of children and the formation of culture, male influence is very, very, very important. It is, and you could see the breakdown of the culture, breakdown of the family. I don't think, by the way, anybody out there, even the hedonists and the secularists and the atheists and whatever else, would argue that culture is getting more pure and better. I don't think they would. I think pretty much everybody would look at the culture and say it's kind of breaking down. So this is call to arm, call to action to the men out there. If you are a male who has virtue, that wants to see the culture a better place, then you have to be, I guess, embrace your authentic leadership and your authentic virtue, essentially, and run towards the gunfire, run towards the hard, and run towards the difficult. And by the way, if you as a male hear yourself complaining about how hard society is on men these days, well, then you have become part of the problem. Because society is not that hard on males. It's actually quite easy to exist as a male. It's like easier now than it was probably 50 or 60 years ago, because frankly, we have very little responsibility when it comes to the outcome of the family anymore. Really, men could work at McDonald's for $10 an hour, live in a single bedroom apartment, and be fine. All they need is internet access, and they have all their needs cared for. It's easy to be a man these days, a lot easier than when they actually had to be true, genuine leaders. And so, men, don't complain that society is castigating you and disenfranchising you. What you do is you go change the culture, and you have to change the culture through virtuous ways, not through complaining, but through your deeds, by becoming virtuous, becoming strong, putting your shoulders back, and walking toward the gunfire and taking the necessary sacrifices on in society for people to respect you as the true, genuine leaders that you are. This is Catholic Dad making you think about it. Please like or subscribe, get the Mass, and pray the daily rosary. God bless you all.